Hi there, my name is Siam. I'm simply a Norwich boy. I'm a business owner, investor, etc. But it's completely irrelevant of who I am or what I do. But one thing I do is tell the truth. I literally say it as it is, and I look at everything from, I guess, a logical standpoint. So I approach everything like I'm an alien visiting Earth for the first time and then seeing where things lie. And it's something that not many people do. So I've got a couple of questions, or a bunch of questions for you, and I've got some sort of like logic tree here. And so here's the first question. Are you happy? I can't even read my own writing. Are you unhappy with your income and would like more? So if it's no, and you are happy with doing what you're doing, that's absolutely great. Just keep on doing your thing. You don't need to watch the rest of the video. So see ya. However, if you are unhappy with your current income and would like more, then here's the next question. So over the next 5 to 10 years, would you like to be taking home over £7,000 per month? Okay, it sounds like a really cheesy question, and it's like the beginning of every get-rich-quick scam out there, but it's not. You just hold on, you'll see why. So if you don't want to be taking home over £7,000 a year, then let's go to the no bit. Cool, that's absolutely fine. Your best course of action is to try and up-level yourself so you can become more valuable to your job in order for promotion, career progression, etc., etc. I think that's a really key thing here. A lot of people expect pay rises just by time served, but most businesses really aren't like that, unless you're in some sort of massive conglomerate where there are, time-based progression, like I guess like the military, in fact. But most of the time, in order to get more, you need to be more. So if you want that promotion, you want to become the manager, etc., you just need to start acting and behaving and doing things like the person that deserves that job. So read more books. A great book is How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's like the best people skills book I've ever read. Stuff like that. Or if there's a gap in your company where there's like a skill gap, like the director is not sure of whatever, hell, it could be crypto payments or whatever. Be that person, learn it, help add value to the business, and you'll do well. Okay, so that's that. So here's the other thing. Why I picked 7,000. So if you go to the salarycalculator.co.uk, there's loads of salary calculators out there. But basically, to take home £7,000 a month, that's £140,000 salary. Now, the reason I said within 5 to 10 years is because, statistically speaking, when you look at the whole breakdown of UK salaries, very, very few people earn over £100,000 per year. I mean, you are literally in the top 1% of the UK if you earn over 100 grand. But when you're looking at sort of 140 plus per year, it's a fraction of that top 1%. So it's incredibly unlikely to hit £140,000 salary over the next 5 to 10 years. And that's for like most of the population. So that's why I sort of used that figure, not some sort of, hey, join my crazy scam. So if you do want to be taking home more than £7,000 per month, you then have to look at vehicles that can actually do that. And I've done that for you. I've saved you all the time and effort there. So what this means is that you 100% need to become a business owner. It really is the only way. There's nothing else out there that will get you that sort of income in that, relatively quick time period. And I call 5 to 10 years quick. Okay, so the next, I guess the lead-on question for that is, do you have a potential business idea? Or do you have a potential idea or what business you could potentially do? No? Yes? Brings us to the same answer. Okay, well, now I need to introduce you to the small business owner or new business owner risk to reward seesaw. So like everything, there's a risk to reward thing. But when it comes to a new startup or you're a new fledgling business owner, let's have a look at the risks. So you will, by the way, and I can easily say you 100% will go through all of this. You will lose lots of time and money. You will lose lots of friends and family, relationships break down, etc. You will become super stressed. You'll lose some health. You'll lose all of your free time and hobbies until your business is sustainable. You will get less sleep, and the sleep that you do get will be deteriorated and troublesome, and you'll have chronic cash flow issues. That's literally everything I can promise you. But on the flip side, let's look at the reward. So the potential reward is possibly do really well in 5 to 10 years. That's pretty much the equation, and that's business. So if you really are interested in business, that is the seesaw that you need to contend with. And don't look at this negative list here and go, yeah, well, he says that, but I could do business without suffering all of this. I promise you now, you won't. I've got 9 businesses. I've been doing this. I've only been in business 10 years, but I've got 9 businesses in my group, and it's one massive cluster mess. You'll go through all of this, and you should. Some of the horror stories I've endured is interesting. So, I guess the next sort of follow-on question is it really worth it? I mean, looking at all those risks and a potential reward, I mean, and so many business owners don't ever get there. Is it really worth it? Well, in my opinion, it is, because what will happen is that you'll become a better thinker, and you'll become like an epic problem solver. Because what is a business? It's simply it's like a vehicle that hoovers up problems, and you have to solve them. It will bring you financial safety and freedom eventually. It is something to sell. You can't sell your job. You can't pass down your job to your kids. But with a business, you can. It's something that you're putting your time and effort into your own boat, which you're building up. And that boat may become a frigate. Who knows? And it gives you options. So what money gives you is options to do whatever you want. Well, we're sat here in some sort of a lockdown at the moment, so you can't really do whatever you want. But it gives you options. It gives you insulation, if anything. And then when you have sorted yourself up, you can actually help others. One thing I see all the time is people getting rather righteous on Facebook and going, oh yeah, screw business owners, I need to help, I need to do the best for the planet and charity, blah, blah, blah. And that's all fine. And I am one of those people. I really want to do as much good as I can. But you can't help that many people if you yourself aren't sorted out. It's like trying to save someone from drowning, but you don't know how to swim yourself. You'll end up just hurting both of you. And so it's best to really get yourself in a position where you can do some good and then do the good. Get yourself in that position as fast and efficiently as possible, and then you have more time to do good with more resources. I guess you're probably thinking, well, isn't it super risky to set up a business now due to lockdowns and the dreaded C word? Well, yes and no. I mean, all that's happened is that the goalposts have changed. We're now, what we thought was normal is now we've got a completely different normal, and it's an ever-changing normal. The dust hasn't settled. So this massive economic Armageddon or economic tsunami that's happened to us, it's just shifted things around. So the dust hasn't settled. We don't know exactly what business models or biz sectors and industries will do really well, but we can see with a lot of certainty what business models and sectors to definitely avoid. Like becoming a travel concierge right now would not be a good idea. Anything tourism, commercial high street stuff like setting up a bricks and mortar shop, I mean, some things are a no-brainer to avoid, and some things are really easy to do. But even still, there are things that you can do. As I said, in my 9 businesses, it's a mixed bag. Some businesses are lying face down in the water. Some are not really affected, and some are absolutely booming. So I do have a bit of hindsight now. And Okay, so I guess after trying to deter you from business, are you still curious? Are you still curious and open-minded or interested about getting into business? Well, no. If I've deterred you, great. I've done my job here. Back to the same thing. It's absolutely fine. Your best course of action is to try and up-level yourself so you can become more valuable to your job in order for a promotion. So that's that. But again, if you are still curious about business, then this takes us to the next bit. Before you do anything, it's prudent and logical to embark on a little fact-finding due diligence so you don't spin your wheels in an inappropriate business model or scam or a fad. Okay, so here's some basic knowledge that you'll need in a nutshell. I mean, there's a lot more, but this is just in a nutshell. You'll need to figure out what the best and most feasible business model is these days. biz models and things and scams to avoid, how to find your business idea, and then how to actually set it up and launch it, because I see so many people trying to do a side hustle and they just focus on exactly the wrong things. Like they end up, like I know of someone who's just come up with an idea and they're now spending a lot of time and money in trademarking it. Like, no, like whatever you've learned from watching Dragon's Den is the worst business advice out there. Like everyone that goes on Dragon's Den is trying to come up with a game-changing idea or whatever and an invention, but actually have a look at all the businesses that get funding on Dragon's Den. It's ones that are an established business that has revenue. So yeah, there's some things that you need to do and don't do in a set order. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm a big fan of a fair value exchange. So here, I guess, is me lifting up my skirt. I have a business called The Wealth Action Plan. So this is I guess it's like a Netflix, but for business and investing and money, etc. But it also acts as a sort of incubator. So what I like doing is investing in small businesses. And so I like helping grow new business owners, etc., and their businesses. And if I can see anyone in our community that has potential, I like to pump money into it and grow it and scale it, etc. And we've done that already with a couple of businesses. So I guess that's the value for me. So the value for you is that I have this portal. If I can find that portal.
A few moments later.
Okay, so this will probably look different by the time you see it. I'm constantly increasing it, but as it says here, yeah, like a Netflix for business, money, investing, life, and being awesome, I guess. And there's everything from investing ideas to getting clients, tech, everything business related. There's loads. And what you can do is actually jump onto a free 30-day trial, completely free, no credit cards or anything needed, and you'll get access to the introduction videos. We'll probably have another name by the time you see this. And in this, there's going to be a whole bunch of videos, loads, and I'm going to add more. So yeah, like for example, if you're, let's focus on the idea. That's one thing that people struggle with. And then if you have any questions, just pop them in the video below and I will answer them. And that's what it looks like. So yeah, you have access to all these videos completely for free. And I guess the other fair value exchange is if you want to become a whapper and join the community and have access to all the other videos, etc., then great. If not, I hope you've learned something. So that's my, I guess, proposal for you. I hope this has helped somewhat, and I will see you on the other side. Toodles. Bye bye.